The Eagles' season has been a roller coaster, and as we get closer to the playoffs, the excitement in Philadelphia is tangible. Devontae Smith has been talking about playing his brand of football, and the confidence he shows is exactly what this team needs heading into a critical matchup against the 49ers. It's not just about seeding or rankings. It's about bringing consistent intensity and knowing that regardless of who stands across from them, the Eagles are prepared to compete at the highest level. Devontae's mentality reflects a team-wide mindset that refuses to get caught up in past frustrations or what the standings say. What matters now is execution, and the Eagles have the talent to make a statement once the playoffs kick off. Looking back at the draft moves earlier this season, the Eagles have been making calculated decisions to shape their roster for immediate impact and future flexibility. Bryce Huff's departure raised eyebrows initially, especially since early season stats showed potential. But as the games progressed, it became clear that he was not delivering consistently. The team decided to part ways, a move that many analysts questioned, but the front office's confidence in letting him go indicates a bigger vision. Then there's Hassan Reddick, who has quietly been proving himself. While his past stints in New York and Tampa Bay were underwhelming, his current performance suggests that the Eagles' scouting and management have a clear plan in place. When a team can spot untapped potential and integrate players who understand the system, it shows that their strategy goes beyond just winning a game or two. It's about building a cohesive unit that can compete season after season. Defensively, Jalen Hunt has emerged as a revelation. Watching him in action, it's impressive how versatile he is on the field. From his college days playing across multiple defensive positions, it's clear that his skill set is vast, and he's translating that experience into game-changing plays. Leading the team in both sacks and interceptions is no small feat, especially in a league where specialization is the norm. Early critics doubted his ability to handle the pressure at this level, but every time he steps onto the field, he makes an impact that cannot be ignored. Whether it's breaking through the line to disrupt the quarterback or reading the field to make a key interception, Hunt has become a cornerstone of this defense. Alongside him, Jalen Phillips has been consistently solid in run defense, affecting plays even when the stat sheet doesn't fully capture his contributions. The combination of Hunt's explosive plays and Phillips' steady presence has made the Eagles' defensive end positions a major factor in controlling games, especially as the intensity ramps up in the postseason. On the offensive side, Trout Jr. has been turning heads. His recent performance against the Commanders was nothing short of spectacular, with 12 tackles leading the game, multiple quarterback pressures, hits, and tackles for loss. Observing his development, it's evident that his future is bright, and while his path to a starting role in Philadelphia may depend on roster decisions regarding players like Nico Dean and Zach Bond, the level of talent he's displaying is undeniable. Teammates have praised his preparation and understanding of the game, and it's easy to see why there's excitement around his potential. His ability to step in and perform at a high level gives the Eagles flexibility, and having a player of his caliber ready to contribute is a massive asset heading into playoff scenarios. The kind of depth he brings to the linebacker position is invaluable, particularly in high-stakes games where every snap counts. Coaches and fans alike are beginning to recognize that he's not just a backup. He's a difference-maker when given the opportunity. The upcoming playoff matchup against the San Francisco 49ers sets the stage for some of the most intense football the season has seen. Injuries have affected the 49ers, but they still carry a strong lineup capable of challenging any team. The Eagles are focused on fundamentals, stopping the run, controlling the line of scrimmage, and executing their plays with precision. Christian McCaffrey remains a key factor for the 49ers, and containing his impact will be crucial for the Eagles' defensive strategy. Beyond individual matchups, it's about team cohesion and maintaining confidence, and the players' body language during post-game discussions shows a readiness that is essential for playoff success. There's a clear understanding that playoffs are unforgiving. One misstep, and the opportunity is gone, but the team's mindset seems aligned with the principle of taking things step by step, focusing on execution, and playing the kind of football that has brought them success throughout the season. Looking at the bigger picture, the Eagles finished the regular season with a strong record of 11 wins and 6 losses, a performance that reflects resilience and adaptability. Even with injuries and mid-season challenges, the team has managed to maintain consistency, particularly on defense, which many view as among the best in the league. While offensive execution has had its ups and downs, the return of key players like Lane Johnson adds stability and the potential for explosive plays. The depth on the roster, combined with emerging talents like Trout Jr. and Jalen Hunt, creates a dynamic team capable of taking on any opponent in the NFC. The playoff matchups will test the Eagles' ability to blend veteran experience with young talent, but confidence, preparation, and adaptability are all on their side as they prepare for what could be a deep postseason run. Team morale and internal belief play a critical role in playoff readiness, and the Eagles seem to have that in spades. Players have expressed confidence in their ability to compete with any team, regardless of seedings or opponent reputation. This kind of mindset is essential, particularly in a league where the margin between winning and losing can be razor thin. The discussions around preparation, trust in teammates, and readiness to execute at a high level indicate a team culture built on accountability and resilience. Watching the way the team approaches challenges, both on and off the field, it's clear that there's a commitment to excellence and a belief that the postseason is not a place for fear, but for opportunity. As the Eagles look ahead to Lincoln Financial Field and the clash with the 49ers, this mindset will be one of their greatest strengths. For fans, the excitement is amplified by the potential of what the team can achieve. The NFC playoff picture is competitive, but the Eagles have shown throughout the season that they are capable of beating any opponent on any given day. From dominant defensive displays to key offensive contributions, the pieces are in place for the team to make a statement. The focus now shifts to consistency, minimizing mistakes, and capitalizing on the strengths that have brought them this far. Observing how the Eagles navigate these high-pressure scenarios will provide insight into how they handle adversity, manage talent, and execute under the brightest lights of postseason football. The combination of seasoned veterans, breakout performers, and a clear strategic vision from the coaching staff creates a compelling narrative as Philadelphia prepares to host one of the league's most formidable teams. As the Eagles prepare to host the San Francisco 49ers at Lincoln Financial Field, the intensity around Philadelphia is palpable. The locker room atmosphere is charged with focus and confidence, a reflection of players who understand the stakes yet remain composed. Conversations after the regular season have centered around health and readiness, and the message from the coaching staff is simple. This is win or go home. There are no second chances in the playoffs, and every snap, every assignment, and every decision carries weight. But what stands out is how the team has internalized this reality without succumbing to pressure. The focus isn't on what could go wrong. It's on playing the football that brought them to this point, executing fundamentals, and letting their preparation dictate the outcome. Devontae Smith's approach embodies this mindset perfectly. Throughout the season, he has emphasized playing his brand of football, and that focus has remained unwavering. No matter the seedings, home or away, the opponent doesn't alter his preparation. The emphasis is on execution, taking what the defense gives and trusting his teammates to rise to the occasion. This mentality sets a tone for the entire offense. When a player at his level commits to consistency and preparation, it reverberates across the roster, creating an atmosphere where focus trumps anxiety and performance rises to match the occasion. Watching Devontae on the field, it's clear he thrives under pressure, delivering plays that shift momentum and energize his team in critical moments. The Eagles' defensive strategy continues to be a cornerstone of their identity. Jalen Hunt, who has shown remarkable versatility and playmaking ability, remains a dominant presence. His capacity to read the field, time his rushes, and create turnovers makes him a nightmare for opposing offenses. Alongside him, Jalen Phillips contributes not only with physicality, but with intelligence, closing gaps, batting passes, and applying constant pressure on the quarterback. The combination of these players, supported by a cohesive defensive line, gives the Eagles a potent ability to control games from the front end. The defensive tackles have consistently performed at a high level, but it's the in-game intensity, particularly from Hunt and Phillips, that creates pivotal moments in key matchups. As the playoffs begin, the ability to disrupt timing, force mistakes, and maintain physical dominance will be crucial for any hopes of advancing deep into the postseason. Meanwhile, on the linebacker front, Trout Jr. has shown that he can impact games significantly. His performance against the Commanders showcased his ability to dominate multiple aspects of defense: tackling, pressuring the quarterback, and making plays behind the line of scrimmage. What makes him so valuable is not just raw ability, but his preparation and understanding of defensive schemes. Coaches and teammates alike recognize that he is a player who can step in at a high level, providing both flexibility and reliability. As the Eagles look toward the playoffs, having someone like Trout Jr. ready to contribute ensures that the defense can maintain its intensity even if injuries or adjustments become necessary. His presence, alongside the veterans and rising stars, forms a defensive core that is both resilient and adaptable, capable of handling diverse offensive challenges. Turning attention to the offensive side, the Eagles have shown flashes of brilliance throughout the season, and the key will be sustaining consistency in high-pressure moments. Lane Johnson's return adds stability to the offensive line, and the combination of seasoned veterans and emerging talents offers a multifaceted attack. While the regular season saw ups and downs, the potential for explosive plays remains high. The offensive coaching staff understands that playoff football demands precision, and every unit, from the line to the skill positions, needs to execute at its peak. If the offense can average a steady point output, maintain composure, and capitalize on opportunities, there's every reason to believe that the Eagles can dominate games and impose their will on opponents. The pieces are in place. It now comes down to execution and resilience under pressure. One of the compelling aspects of the Eagles this season has been the team's internal confidence. Players have consistently expressed belief in their ability to compete with any opponent, and that mindset has tangible effects on performance. Confidence, however, is not just about self-assurance. It is about preparation, trust, and adaptability. Watching the Eagles interact in the locker room and on the field, it's evident that there is a shared understanding. Playoff football is unforgiving, and every player must be ready to step up. The team's approach combines strategic focus with emotional composure, ensuring that intensity is balanced with clarity of execution. This is especially important when facing a team like the 49ers, who have the talent and coaching to exploit any weakness. The Eagles' ability to stay composed and confident will be a major factor in determining the outcome of these critical matchups. Looking ahead, the playoff environment also highlights the depth of the roster. Injuries, fatigue, and in-game adjustments test a team's preparation and adaptability. Players like Trout Jr., Jalen Hunt, and other emerging stars give the Eagles options that can be leveraged depending on matchups. The coaching staff's ability to deploy personnel strategically while maintaining the core principles of the game plan is essential. Flexibility, combined with high-level execution, often separates teams that make deep runs from those that falter early. Philadelphia has demonstrated throughout the season that they can adjust on the fly, respond to adversity, and maximize the strengths of their roster. The combination of talent, preparation, and situational awareness positions them as one of the more formidable teams entering the playoffs. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill went into overdrive after Patrick Mahomes was heard making unusually candid comments about the Philadelphia Eagles, sparking widespread speculation across the league. Known for his measured tone and competitive focus, the Kansas City quarterback rarely offers public praise that could be interpreted as revealing strategic respect. This time, however, insiders suggest Mahomes' words carried a different weight, leaving analysts and fans reading between the lines. According to people close to the situation, Mahomes spoke about the Eagles not just as a talented roster, but as a team that forces you to rethink how you approach the game. That single phrase was enough to raise eyebrows. Around the league, It was interpreted less as casual admiration and more as an acknowledgement of a matchup that demands adaptation, creativity, and humility. For a player often viewed as the standard setter at his position, such a remark felt significant. Speculation quickly followed. Some believe Mahomes was subtly highlighting the Eagles' versatility, especially their ability to shift identities within a game. Others argue the comment was psychological, a way to frame the Eagles as worthy adversaries while simultaneously challenging his own team to elevate its performance. Either way, the reaction was immediate, with former players suggesting this was one of the rare moments Mahomes allowed the public to glimpse how seriously he evaluates elite opponents. There's also a theory circulating that his statement was less about the Eagles themselves and more about the evolution of the league. In this view, Mahomes was signaling that dominance is no longer about one superstar, but about complete systems that can adapt under pressure. If true, it adds another layer to his reputation as not just a generational talent, but a thoughtful observer of the sport's shifting dynamics. Whether intentional or not, Mahomes' reaction achieved something powerful. It reframed the conversation. Instead of focusing solely on individual brilliance, attention turned to preparation, respect, and the thin margins that separate contenders. In a league driven by sound bites, his words may linger longer than expected, fueling debate about what they truly reveal. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.